And now, here with another designated podcast are Teddy and JJ.
Hi, everybody. It's JJ and Teddy. I know y'all been clamoring for another podcast. Sorry about that. We had things to do and golf to play and beaches to go to.
Well.
Yeah, everybody's clamoring. Well, we got stuff to talk about with you today. Glad you joined us on the Designated Podcast. Teddy, it's a midsummer. We got the All-Star games been happening. All sorts of sporting events have been going on. We'll talk about some sporting events and some non-sporting events, including one right now. I always remember July 20th.
Yeah, 21st and the 20th. 20th it landed. The Eagle has landed. 21st. One small step for man or a man, one giant leap.
I was playing wiffle ball down the street at my friend's house.
Right.
I think I had a couple of dingers that day.
Okay.
Came back in and
right after the Wiffle All-Star break.
Yeah.
Came back. You had a strong second half.
I did have a good year.
69.
The home run derby didn't ruin my swing.
49 years ago right now.
But I remember thinking that when I knew it was a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I remember thinking, though, I can't really see. I was unclear as to when that step was taken. Of course, we were 9 going on 10
right.
at the time. But I remember thinking, okay, they tell me it's a big deal. Guess it is. Everybody's glued to this thing. But what is he on the moon or not?
Right. And I, on the other hand, since I'm in 700-person South Carolina with nothing to do but drive tractors and stuff, I was very intrigued by the whole Apollo program. I had the lunar module, command module. You could hook them together with this little tab and fly them around with your hand. Looked up at the moon to see if I could see him up there, but you couldn't, of course.
Right. Really good pair of binoculars.
Yeah, it was 11 o'clock at night, and I think it was either Sunday night or Monday night. So we had to battle because I'm in the Eastern time zone. So you had it was like 10 o'clock your time. But I made it. I figured if Neil Armstrong could stay up, I could too.
The thing I remember the most about the lunar landing, well, how the 9-year-old thinks, they told me that they weren't 100% sure they were going to get out of there.
Right.
That baby refired up. It was kind of touch and go.
Right.
I mean, I worry sometimes when my car battery gets a little cold.
But this was an issue.
You're right. And I'm thinking, if I'm Michael Collins, it's up there circling around, hey, see ya.
I mean, at some point.
Off and up out.
Yeah, and they got it to where the little cameras over there, you could see that son of a gun shoot up into the air. It was like a yo-yo.
Right.
It was incredible. Now, I remember Apollo 13 better because of all obviously, the woe. We prayed for him in elementary school. I remember principal, Mr. Rozier, came on. We all prayed. That was a dicey deal.
Yeah, Apollo 11 though that was your big one, and again when they left the surface, I remember having a pausable moment thinking, thank goodness, 'cause I don't want anybody to die. I've never been around anybody to die before. I don't even know these guys, but if they're stuck up there, that's going to be a bad situation.
Even in our 9-year-old brains, we knew that there was not going to be a way to go get those guys.
Right.
Period.
They couldn't figure that out. Another thing I always remember is they always tell us that the phone that we're taping this designated podcast in has more computer power than the entire
mission control
Apollo 11 had. Really?
Unbelievable.
I can't see us going to the moon with this thing. It's an iPhone 8 anytime soon.
Yeah, American ingenuity, man. And it was just 49 years, less than 70 years since the Wright brothers and Kitty Hawk had the first controlled flight. So that's a lot of work, JJ, to get from just a little bit off the ground in North Carolina to the Tranquility Bay.
And again, like things many people tell you if you're too young to know, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
And it was as big as they come back then. I mean, if you go and compare sports, 2 years later you had Ali Frazier. It was Ali Frazier type stuff.
Correct. It really was.
You stopped what you were doing and paid attention.
Never forget it. Watched it there with my little fam. Black and white, grainy TV. It was a beautiful thing.
Not sure the British Open quite qualifies for that. By the way, but a lot of things on the British Open which going on this week and weekend. I had the best time last night watching our retrospective of the '99 British Open. And the reason I'm bringing that up is when John Van de Velde had and they took it shot by shot, which is really interesting. And Van de Velde, sure, what y'all want to talk about? I thought he'd just be running for cover. But in the commentary they had that year, they often called it the British Open.
Yeah.
And I don't remember when we transformed from
like
British
3 years
Open.
ago,
It
some guy
seems like
started
it, but they were calling it the British Open during that event. I like it. I always have liked it because it's so quirky. The 400-mile drive, the ball lands, it rolls another 100 yards.
Mm-hmm.
It's green one day, it's brown the next. I don't know what they're putting on. I don't know what they're hitting fairways on. I mean, I've been out to, go out to Corby's a few times, and they don't have, everybody complains when they don't have grass. And I'm like, well, they don't have grass at the British Open. It's a major.
The people who invented it, right. They say the ball, the greens are harder. No, not as hard as the fairways.
Yeah. They put the stamp on the fairways a little while ago, and they said it was pretty close.
Another anniversary, of course, you've forgotten it probably, but 95 when I had my hernia fixed.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
show you my scar.
No.
Show you
No.
See that?
For goodness sakes, no.
So I had it strategically timed for the British Open. So I got on Friday because we weren't going to be able to move around Saturday and Sunday. So I wake up early in the morning in some kind of pain, take a little pill, and boom, John Daly's. They're telling him to put his driver back in the bag on Sunday, and he says, "No, I'm hitting him." Anyway, that was the John Daly.
I mean, that's one of my favorite things with the British Open is to wake up on a Saturday or Sunday, roll out of bed, and baby, it's there. No waiting for it, and no late tee time. I remember watching. It kept getting interrupted because JFK Jr. Plane was missing off the coast of whatever.
That was the same
That
time?
was interrupted by British Open one year.
Okay, that's
sorry
worse
for
than-
him, but I mean,
yeah.
I was trying to grind whoever that was.
Wow, I felt sorry for my hernia situation.
But
That's a lot
yeah,
bigger
it is a
deal. I'm
bigger
sorry.
deal.
Okay.
I do love it. I
No,
just
it's
like
beautiful.
It. And again, Carnoustie is my favorite British Open place, made possible because of Vandeville. I've told people for years, I just want to go to the 18th hole with a 7-iron and hit 7-iron, 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 and see if I can get on the green and 3-putt, which he couldn't do.
Oh, my God.
All he had to do is make
had to do.
Yeah, and he went back. I forgot this was in the film they had. He went back the next year with a putter,
I forgot about this.
made a 6.
That's what he used the whole way.
Used a putter the whole way down.
Good.
Made a 6.
He's a classy dude, man. I mean, I feel sorry every time I see that picture of him standing ankle deep.
That was the logo for the
Was
documentary.
it?
Yeah, it was great.
He's a beautiful
Oh,
person.
it just came off the All-Star weekend. Bryce Harper, or All-Star week, I should say. Bryce Harper with the Home Run Derby Championship, which I don't like Bryce Harper a whole lot. I'm okay with the Home Run Derby, but I think it was a fitting way for that thing to end.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I just saw the highlights.
Oh, really?
Never turned
No,
on
I was
TV.
grinding it.
Yeah, I know. I heard you and Ben talking about it on y'all's daily sports talk show, which you
Yeah.
should listen to sometime, 5 to 6.
11:30, the Tiger.
I really enjoy that show. I think Mondays was an especially argumentative show. I guess with you having been gone to the beach, you had a lot of pent-up anger.
Exactly.
And it came out.
And the Saharan dust was affecting
Oh,
everybody.
golly, that's terrible. My car's dirty still. Anyway, Harper, but to me, though, I see him, and for years I thought I should hate him, and so but I don't. But I know I can understand why he gets on your nerves, but I'd like you to express that to me. I've never really asked you that.
He
too much about me?
Yeah, but I'm okay with I'm okay with that. That's not the. I don't think he plays hard,
Okay.
and I know people say, "Oh, you see him running." Yeah, he'll play hard when he runs into a wall. He won't play hard when there's a ground ball to shortstop.
Which is drive George Brett absolutely insane.
Drove Matt Williams crazy when he was a manager of
Yep.
the Nationals, and he benched him,
Okay.
and he still does it. And I just think it's that's something people don't see.
I'm good
But
with
you
that.
see him crashing into the wall. Oh, he plays hard. He plays hard.
They asked George Brett one time, I think you'll appreciate this, how would you like your last at bat to be? He said, 3 bouncer to second baseman and me running as hard as I can
Yeah.
through the bag.
Yeah,
So,
and
you gotta appreciate
and I
it.
understand the grind of 162 games. I don't necessarily mean that you have to be Bob Hayes going to for data reference, Usain Bolt going to
Okay.
first base, and nor do I mind if you want to admire a home run. That's okay too. I don't have that big of a problem with that. I like baseball players showing a little bit of emotion, but I just think he falls on the wrong side sometimes. Careful word choice there, of not playing the game the right way.
I would want him on my team. He's a wonderful player.
Yeah,
But
would want more than a 214 average
right,
too.
but but it's just if you get in the habit of that, and second baseman bobbles at one time, you could cost your club the game.
He's a marvelously talented player,
Yes, he
and
is.
I actually thought I was kind of pulling for him to win the home run derby, just because I think it's a fitting way. It was a nice little
for the
check
game.
mark for baseball. That's exactly right.
And if his dad's listening to this, I like your son a lot because I don't.
Yeah,
wanna
you don't want to get on his
I
bad side.
I don't. He's juiced.
I didn't realize his dad was former Giant pitcher Brian Wilson.
Right. I knew he looked like somebody
Yeah.
until you said that. I couldn't figure out who. Okay.
Well, we're getting back in the swing of things. Teddy, I was at the beach all last week. That was really tough on me.
Yeah, let's wrap up with you maybe telling us a highlight. Was it a fish? Was it a golf hole?
Well, it
was
wasn't
it
a fish.
throwing the hammer out into the
Hammer,
waves?
4-year-old grandson, the Hammer just had the greatest time. He just couldn't get enough of it.
That's so
Unfortunately, he's still getting too much of it because swimmer's ear has reared its ugly.
no.
I guess not. It's reared its ugly semicircular
Okay.
canal.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice.
The beach is. Here's my conundrum: is I always wonder, could I live there,
I think
or do I only love it because I go there 1 week out of every, and then 51 off? But you sit there on the balcony and you overlook the Perdido Pass where we stay. I just think, well, this is great. I mean, this is all you would ever want.
I love where we live. But if the good Lord would tell me one day you need to go move to the beach, I'd be pretty juiced about that. I think I'd be fine. I love the beach.
You know, I'm always a 50-50 guy when it comes to beach mountains. People ask the question, are you beach or mountain? I'm 50-50. It's just the beach is so much easier to get to and do stuff than it is for the mountains. I mean, I'd post up in, suburban Wyoming if you had asked me to, or Idaho. But the beach is just, it is, sitting out there and hearing the waves crash and all that stuff.
Ocean breeze.
The couple of things that I think I wrote about is, one, you don't know what day it is. That's the best feeling. You have no idea what day of the week it is.
Beautiful.
How many times you at the beach go, is today Tuesday?
Right.
When?
Don't know.
Oh, it's Tuesday. Yeah. and just how your mind just, along with that, your mind just goes blank, and you feel like, I'm here for a week. I've got to do something every second of the day. No, you don't.
No, you need to sit in that chair.
That's exactly. You can go play golf. You can go down to the beach. You can go fishing. You can go snorkel. You can do all those, dolphin watching, whatever. Or you can sit on that chair and look
Fly
at
a kite if you want to, like some of them do and all that.
Parasailing,
But
all
I'm
that.
going to tell you what, the guy who's sitting in the chair, that's my guy.
That's the guy.
He's got it figured out.
All right. Thanks for joining us for another podcast. Teddy, thank you for making your way over to Designated Riders West headquarters.
Yes, it was good to
Put
visit.
down your mileage.
I'll turn it in before I leave
Right.
to whatever department that is. Yes. Happy vacate, everybody, if you're going to be traveling.
Yeah.
Have a fun time. If you go to the beach, you know how to contact us through email, and we can be suited up and ready. And
Yeah. No time at all. DesignatedRiders@yahoo.com is our email.
See ya.